I'm live. Good afternoon, guys. I want to come on here and talk a little bit about one of the biggest things that cause delays on a mortgage. And what is that? A lot of people think it's appraisal or title or underwriting or processing. It's actually documents, getting clear, concise documents. That can cause some of the biggest delays in the mortgage process. So if you're going to get into a mortgage, you want to try to have a good plan of action and a good roadmap on providing your documents to your lender. And various lenders have various ways of collecting documents. Us here on the digital side, we do a lot digitally. We can actually capture a lot of stuff digitally if you're capable or willing to. So that can cause uh, us to speed up the process. We have some ways to actually um, digitize almost everything in the process, including now in the closing process. So we have really good ways of doing that. But what I want to show you today is something for folks that when they need to scan in some documents or some documents that aren't available in a digital format, how to get them converted, and also just show you, some one of the ways we can link accounts. There's multiple ways we can do that. So I just want to show you a little bit about that, so you know what what we're looking at here. So I just about deleted it. So what I'm showing you here is actually to beside me here on the first side there, you'll see it says, where do you bank? And that's one of the formats that we use to actually link your accounts. And a lot of people get a little nervous about that because they're afraid that they're giving away their passwords and that they're gonna not be able to get that we're gonna be able to get too much information. It only creates a portal, just ports in your information. So it's basically your bank statements, because we'll need 1 or 2 month statements depending on what we're doing. And that makes it much easier just to port it in, because a lot of times folks will have to either download the statement and upload it in, or they get paper statements and they try to scan them and they take pictures, which is the worst thing you can do. Taking pictures causes tons of delays because pictures are blurry, they don't come through right, and they're a mess typically. So this simplifies it. So you'll see it says, where do you bank? And if one of those banks are not one of your banks, you can literally type in what your bank is. And 9 times out of 10, your bank will be in there and you can log in, it'll port your information in, and you're done. And where this comes in really handy is if you're making large deposits. Sometimes we have to source those. Or if you have a earnest money check that we need to validate and you're in between statements, this system solves that whole problem of you having to go to the bank or try to get a transaction history and really try to clean it up, because it can get complicated because they need 30 days of transactions, and sometimes going to the bank or trying to log on and get it, because you'll believe it or not, when you log in a lot of times and people will take screenshots, your name isn't on there or your full account number isn't on there. There's lots of left out information. You can't use it. So then you go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. This just takes care of it like that. We have on our application system, same thing. It can link it, port it, done. It's over. You don't have to worry about it. And the other beauty is when we look at your direct deposits on that system, when it comes in digitally like that, that we can use as your income. So we're not having to collect your your pay stubs. Makes it very simple. Simplifies it, simplifies it, simplifies it. The next one over, well, this is always reversed. The next one over is called Scannable. And that is one of the best apps you can get for your phone. Adobe Scan's another great one to allow you to scan your documents. And this is free, by the way, totally free. Scan your documents and email them straight in. A lot of people don't have a scanner or a way to scan documents. This allows you to scan it right on your phone, and you can send it right off your phone, email it straight over and straight in. It's super, super easy to use. It's Scannable, one of the best ones you can use for scanning, or Adobe Scan, another great one. You can also do it on your iPhone on Notes. If you have Notes, open up your Notes app, start a new note, and then you'll hit the little picture icon and you'll be able to see where it says scan documents. And you can scan your document. You can see how you can keep it or retake it. And then once you get it, you send the copy. And when you hit the send the copy, that's going to take it over to where you can mail it over. And you're done. That's how easy it is. That you can do it right in your Notes app. So if you don't have Scannable on your phone, you have an iPhone, you're using Notes, you can go into Notes and actually send it out. Super easy to do. There are so many delays I've seen because borrowers just don't get the docs in the right way or don't want to participate in the digital playbook we have. And so it makes it complicated. And the digital systems we have are really designed to allow you to be able to get complete documents into us without you having to try to figure it all out and make sure you have the complete documents. Because if you're providing the bank statements on your own, 9 times out of 10, you don't provide all of the bank statement. Most people provide what they think we need. And if there's a page that's blank, they don't give it to us. But if the bank statement says page 1 of 4, and you give us 1 through 3 that has the data on it, that ain't enough. We need 1 through 4, even though it's blank, because the underwriter doesn't know what's on that blank page. Or they'll just give us a summary page. You would think, a lot of people think, well, that's all you need. Well, we don't know what is on the other pages in the document requirements. Say we need a complete statement. Those digital formats just make it easy. So you don't have to go through such a process. So plugging into the digital playbook that we have makes it easier for you. But if you want to, if you're needing to scan in some stuff or do some kind of scanning, these scan tools are very, very easy to use. So I want to just come on and just talk a little bit about that, because that causes some of the biggest delays. Whenever you're working with a lender, don't take pictures of docs and try to send it to them. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work. Or they're going to have you asking for it again, or it's going to slow down the process because they've got to do a lot of conversion behind the scenes. We have a tool that I think a lot of people would really like. It's called our Data Vault, which you can actually, it's kind of like when you use Quicken and QuickBooks to be able to manage your books and your accounts. Our Data Vault does that. It'll actually capture, you can capture and store all your documents in there, and it manages your finances. And so if you're looking to get a mortgage, you can start on this process. So say if you're going to buy a house later down the road, and you're going to get a mortgage, you can get it on our Data Vault, and it will help put all that together. When it's time, you just move it over. And then when you work with the Data Vault on a regular basis, the cool thing is if you're going to do a refinance, it's monitoring your equity and all that kind of stuff. And it'll automatically let you know when you want to do it. You can hit a button. You can run your own approval and see if it works. If it looks good, you can send all the docs straight over to me. Done. All in the system. Super easy to use. Really cool system to use. So anyway, just want to get on, talk a little bit about docs. So if you're getting ready to go into the mortgage process, let's talk about it, and I can break it down and show you a plan of action, and actually have a video coming out very specific on documents, on how to prepare ahead of time so you make it easy for yourself. And that way you're not having to redo things or resubmit things or redo the way you have to submit it. It can get complicated. So plug into the digital playbook that we have, and you can really fly easy, super easy on the digital flat. But wanted to share that. If you have any questions on any of that information, let me know. I'm here to help. Talk to you later.